Predictions are made all the time in WWE, but it's rare for them to actually be true. These predictions did come true, but for some of them, you'll really wish they hadn't. This first prediction was made by Bryan, and I'm pretty sure he broke character in order to say it. In 2010, WWE launched a new show called NXT. The premise was 8 rookie wrestlers would be paired with 8 WWE wrestlers. The rookie that won would become part of the main WWE roster. Bryan was one of the rookies and was one of the first to be eliminated. A week after his elimination, Bryan was interviewed about getting eliminated and broke character in frustration.
I mean, when I came to WWE, I heard about the politics here. I heard the nightmares. I heard all about that stuff, about how Vince McMahon loves big guys, and they like the guys that they make themselves, regardless of whether or not those people can come out here and engage the WWE universe.
This became incredibly accurate 5 years later when WWE started pushing Roman Reigns as the future of WWE, despite constant backlash from the fans. Speaking of Roman, he made a prediction that took over 6 years to come true. Only a few weeks after the Shield broke up, Roman Reigns earned himself a spot in a ladder match for the WWE Championship. On the June 24th, 2014 episode of Main Event, Reigns was doing an interview about his match and said this.
And when I win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, I take my rightful place at the head of the table. Believe that.
It wouldn't be until over 6 years later that Roman officially became the head of the table when he aligned himself with Paul Heyman and became the Universal Champion. While it wasn't too hard to believe that Reigns would become the head of the table at some point, this next prediction seemed pretty unlikely. Shortly after he re-debuted in 2009, Vince McMahon gave a proper introduction to Drew McIntyre. McMahon shook hands and hyped up the Scottish superstar and made a bold prediction.
This man, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a future World Heavyweight Champion.
While Drew did win the Intercontinental Championship not long after, it seemed like he would never even touch a world title. McIntyre became a joke, losing to Santino Marella in a blindfold match on SmackDown, and later teamed with Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal to become 3MB. The fatal blow to Vince McMahon's prediction was when Drew McIntyre was fired in June 2014. However, this wasn't the end of McIntyre. The Scottish Warrior returned to WWE in April 2017, now looking like a totally different man than he did in 2009. Still, the prediction of Drew winning a world championship seemed unlikely. Then, at the 2020 Royal Rumble, McIntyre pulled off an upset victory by last eliminating Roman Reigns to win the match. Drew decided to challenge for the WWE Championship, but unfortunately, the man holding the title was Brock Lesnar. However, even the Beast couldn't hold back Drew, as the Scottish Warrior defeated Brock and won the WWE World Championship, fulfilling a prediction made over a decade ago. While that is impressive, Randy Orton made a prediction that took 15 years to come true. In 2005, while recovering from an injury, Randy Orton made an appearance on Raw. He talked about his future, but was interrupted by Vince McMahon. The young Orton didn't like the way McMahon was talking to him and said this.
I'm the man that's gonna carry this company for the next 15 years. I'm the man, Vince, that's gonna make more money for you than John Cena or Batista combined.
Let's time travel to 15 years after Orton said this in 2020. Batista was retired and John Cena would only wrestle one match a year. Randy Orton, however, was still a full-time member of the WWE roster and even won the WWE Championship that year. While this was overall a pretty positive prediction, this next prediction is sad and kind of dark. In November 2018, WWE celebrated the 20th anniversary of Jeff Hardy's career. However, the celebration was cut short by Samoa Joe, Hardy's rival at the time. Joe brought up the charismatic Enigma's real-life struggles with drugs and alcohol, which wasn't anything new, but then Samoa Joe added this.
Is people like you never change, and the demons, they never go away. And the next time you feel powerless, Jeff, and we both know there will be a next time.
Sadly, this would come true. About a year later, Jeff Hardy was arrested for public intoxication and later arrested again for impaired driving. It didn't stop there though. In June of 2022, a few months after leaving WWE, Jeff Hardy was pulled over by police after swerving and running off the road. Hardy failed all the field sobriety tests the officers gave him, and the former WWE star was arrested on multiple charges. On the topic of Jeff Hardy, his brother Matt was involved in a storyline that started in WWE but ended in AEW. To find out what happened, watch this video.